What's up out there, young entrepreneurs? Welcome to another video from Entrepreneur Mind 2019. My name is Kenyatta Wright, and I'm doing another video on entrepreneurship. And the video that I'm doing today, I will be doing and covering e-commerce businesses. Now, when I first started, first of all, if you came here to learn how to start your own business, you came to the right place, because I'm going to coach you. Just subscribe to my channel and follow my videos, and every video will be helpful. As I'm speaking from experience, I spent the last 5 years in entrepreneurship, and through that I've built 2 businesses and working on a third catering business. So today we're going to talk about e-commerce businesses. Now, when I first started this, it was back in 2016, I believe, about 3 years ago. I started e-commerce businesses, and it started from me just selling things out of my house. Started from me selling old collectibles that I got, old action figures, and then I realized, I first started an eBay account because I was a buyer, and then I started, selling things that I didn't want around the house, and money started accumulating in my PayPal account, and I set up myself with a PayPal account and everything, and got my self up and running as a seller. So it's very easy to sell things on eBay. People out there, want secondhand items, and they want items that they can't find anywhere else. Some people, some customers, consumers, they can't get the products in the city that they live, so they'll buy it from you. But you got to work on getting started. First of all, you have to know what you want to sell. That's the number one thing. You have to know what kind of products you want to sell, and you also have to know what kind of products are in demand. You can literally sell anything on eBay. You just have to know what type of products you want to sell, and you have to be very knowledgeable of the type of products that you sell. Got to know what's up to date, what's in, what people are after. I've been doing I did a lot of interesting things with eBay and reselling. I remember I had a deal with the FYE store, and they had Xboxes in the back warehouse, back office, and the Xboxes were piled up, and nobody was buying them. And I had a Chinese friend that worked there as a manager, and his name was Mickey. And I had a deal with Mickey as an entrepreneur. These stores would know what I did. They know that I went in there to buy things, and I went in there with money most times, and when I showed up, they knew what was up. So I went in there, and basically they had about 6-7 Xboxes in there, and I went in there and bought all 7 of them, and I bought them for $40 a pop. I think around that time, it was the Xbox, the regular Xbox, the Xbox 360, and it was the final model that they made, and they were still in hot demand on eBay. So I bought each of them for $40, and then I went online and I sold them for about $250 a pop. So I made a $210 profit after. I paid all my fees and everything was obviously a little lower, but I made a sweet profit, about $150 per unit, and that was a great come up for me. So that's just an example of how you can sell things on eBay. You have to know what you want to sell, and you have to know where you can target these items that you want to sell. And as far as licensing and taxes, you don't have to pay your taxes, I believe, until you made over $20,000 in eBay sales. There's rumors out there that you still have to pay your taxes. If the government wants to nitpick with a little bit of money that you do make, there's little nits and bits to that. So basically, you just got to get licensed, and I would suggest that you get a wholesale seller's license if you're gonna sell wholesale items, which I prefer is the best way and best route. You don't want to get in the habit of just keep on, grabbing little loose items, and you're gonna make a little small change doing it like that. Like me, I knew what the profit margin was for Xboxes, and I went out there and I got, a good number of Xboxes and sold them all. And I had one gentleman that bought about 5 or 6 of them from me, and I had one left, and I sold that one as well. But for eBay, you just have to know your target market. You have to know what customers you're targeting, and you have to know what kind of products they want, and you have to know what season you're in. You have to have obviously, yeah. After a while, you have to have your licenses. If you want to make a business of it. But flea markets. You want to go to flea markets to source your materials. You want to go to estate sales, garage sales. You'll find a lot of items at these places that are very much affordable that you can flip into, crazy amounts of profit. I remember I bought an electronic game one time, and it was about $3, and I put it up on eBay, and it sold for $38. So you see how crazy the profit margin can be on some of these items. One of those electronic games from back in the '90s, and someone paid $38 and bought it from me for eBay. So you have to do the numbers, and you get, like, if I had 10 of those games, that's about what. If I made $38 or 10 items, that's about $380 off of just selling electronic small games. So eBay can be a very rewardable thing, but there's a lot of ways that sellers mess up. Number one, you want to save everything that you make to pay your taxes in case IRS do come after you, to pay your eBay fees, because you do have to pay rent to eBay every month. To pay, if you have an overhead and you have to buy more items, you're gonna need money for that. And there's just a lot of cost that comes with a business, like buying tape, like buying packing equipment, bubble wrap for your items. Once you ship them off, you're gonna need to buy all of these items if you want to make a business of it. Now, there are other e-commerce sites like Shopify, and you have Amazon. I personally don't use Amazon. Amazon, to me, is a bad way to go because they regulate a lot of things that you want to sell. You have to go through a certain amount of checks and clearances to sell certain items. But eBay, you can just find things and just put it up online to sell it, no problem. And I think because you have a lot of stores on Amazon that benefit from selling these items, and I feel like your competition, so I guess that's the way they regulate their competition. But I don't use Amazon anymore. I don't use Amazon Seller Central anymore. Shopify is more of a site where you're building your own online store, and you're not really paying like a fee, as far as I know. But the e-commerce business could be very rewarding. And I have 3 items that I usually target: video games, sneakers, and phones. Basically electronics and sneakers, are most of the things I sell. And watches sell a lot, glasses sell a lot, jewelry. Those are the type of items that people are always buying. You can find household tools, drills, and DeWalt is a good brand. Milwaukee is a good brand for tools. You can sell those. So there's a lot of things you can sell on eBay, and but those are my key items that I target because after selling for many years and getting these little sales where you get $20-30 a sale, I kind of wanted to get $100 a sale. So that's when I started targeting the bigger items. But like I said, flea markets, you'll find a lot of things to resell and make good profit on. Flea markets can become a little bit tricky because sellers are starting to sell for the same price that you can get the item for if you resold it. So you got a lot of businessmen that's showing up at the flea markets. I know when I was coming up, flea markets was just people was giving away their products, and you just show up with a couple of dollars and give it to them, and you just take the item away. Now they're trying to make a business of it out there, flea marketing. So it's kind of tougher, but you still can find some gems. I found a lot of things this past summer. I found a sex kit that was worth about $300, and I paid $40 for it, and it's still online on my eBay store. So, I pretty much know what to look for, and you're gonna love the chase of when you're sourcing your items. You know, I always go out there with the excitement, like I don't know how much money I'm gonna make today, but I know I'm gonna make some money. And that's the most exciting part about it. But all in all, you know, the exciting part for me is just starting my businesses, starting all these different businesses. I don't expect all of them to do well, at least not at first. But, you know, I'm planning to become a multi-business owner, you know, 3 years from now. And e-commerce got me started with it because it gave me the idea of how you make it in this business, how you can flip items, and how you can easily invest your money. But you know, I've been doing all of this and thinking about this for years now because I'm at that stage. Like I said, I'm tired of working for people. And if you want to be your own boss, you know, it doesn't take that much. I mean, listen, I started off with change, going to these flea markets and rebuying things and reselling it. And a couple of dollars, like under $10, I go to the flea market, I grab some things and resell it, make $30, $20 a pop off of these items that I bought for $1. So you don't need a lot of money, but if you start wanting to get into the wholesale side of it, and you want to get licensed, then you're gonna need a little bit more cash. But this is like later on down the line once you got established and you sold everything. My next video I'm probably going to do on security businesses. I don't know how many of you out there have security businesses, but bottom line is, you know, just get out there and start that business, man. Whatever you want to do, go to your state and see what clearances you need, what licenses you need, and you can easily get in business for yourself. Entrepreneurs, stand up. There's hope for you. This is the best time to get into entrepreneurship. There's a lot of things changing in the United States. A lot of jobs won't be around, you know, for you to just get a job. You know, a lot of jobs going to be eliminated. And nobody's saying quit your job. Like I said again, you just want to have some on the side, you know, as a safety precaution in case you lose that job. And entrepreneurship, man, I just wanted the freedom. That's why I got into it. And it's going to provide that for me. As we speak right now, I'm putting together a little small catering business. And I'm looking forward to that. I want to hire some folks and, you know, job creation, you know. And another good thing about, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, the government gives you all these tax breaks. And you're going to get a lot of money back on your taxes, which I'm looking forward to this year. I expect to get a lot of money because I put a lot of money into my security businesses, my current catering business, and I've put money into my e-commerce business. So I'm expecting to get some money back from all three of those. If you can find my email, I'm entrepreneur15@gmail.com. Send me any questions through email. Subscribe to my channel, leave your questions below, and be safe out there and start that business. Good night.